So, you're gonna need a Stanley knife, something to squish the plastic down, pliers, just a random can, a heat gun. You can heat the plastic up in the oven, but I don't know, I don't. And this is what I've made to put the plastic into. It's just the mold. Alright, so if you don't have a router and you can't make the mold like we have, a simple solution would be to get a bit of plywood like this, cut 2 strips out of it. For this example, I'm just going to use these 2 bits, and then basically all you need to do is sit them 1 centimeter apart from each other and just chuck in some tack nails down here, you know, just nail it down, and then that's your mold. And then you need a bit of wood to squish the mold when you've got the plastic in there. Also some stick to just push in the can while the plastic melts. Make sure you're in a well ventilated area, like outside. If you're going to use the stove to melt your plastic, open all the windows. And most importantly, you need a milk bottle. You probably want to pull the sticker off though. Okay, so something that's pretty important is it needs to have the recycle sign with the 2 inside it, and HDPE, that stands for high density polyethylene, and that's the only stuff you want to use. Okay, so the number 2, that's important. Oh yeah, you'll also need scissors or tin snips to cut the milk bottles.
As you can just see, I just broke the scissors, so try not to be too rough on them or they will break.
Okay, so once you've got a can, once you've cut up your whole bottle and it's in the can, we'll move on to the melting stage. Okay, so we've got the heat gun, the mold, which is that, and we made it with a router. We just sat the router in and drilled all the way down. So what you want to do, just grab your heat gun. It's got 2 settings. Just chuck it on setting 1. So as you can see, it's being melted down to just a tiny little blob basically, but you just got to keep heating it, The stove is probably more effective, the oven is probably more effective in heating it, but yeah. Alright, so it's like a massive gummy worm right now, and we're just trying to like smush it into the mold. It goes a lot better if you can melt it fully, but it's just not fully melting for us, so yeah. We're just smushing it in like a gummy bear, and it's really difficult. Alright, so we've got the whole thing spread out throughout the mold now, and we're just heating it, trying to let it melt into the gaps and stuff. But it's really hard, really gummy, but if you just keep working it, get someone to hold the heat gun and just like, so be constantly heating it while you spread it out, and you should be able to get it in the, like it is. Alright, so now we're just going to squash it with the other bit of wood. Squash it. Alright, so things that I've learnt while doing this. The heat gun doesn't turn the plastic into molten plastic, so it turns it into this sort of like gummy bear sort of consistency, and you have to work it a lot into the mold. So I would recommend either being prepared to work it lots into the mold, or just chuck into Google like how to melt HDPE and something might come up. We didn't do that though because we thought the heat gun would do it real well, but it didn't. Yeah, so that's basically it. I think it might be able to stick it in the oven, but I just don't know. So Google it, do a little bit of research, and yeah, we're just waiting for it to dry now. So yeah. Alright, let's see how it looks. So it's still really hot, but basically that's how it turned out. You can see there's gaps. You can come back and fix those up if you want. You just shove a bit down there and heat up that section, and then press it again. Touch it up with the heat gun, no, just let it dry. Also, it's about to rain, so I'm going to quickly pack all this stuff up. Alright, so we've let it dry, and now basically what you do is you come in with the knife, and you just, all these little bits where it's spilled over, just run your knife down the side of it, just to free it up like that. Didn't work. And then you can basically just pry it out like that, and hopefully, and then okay,
Got it.
there it is. So as you can see, it's really like mottled or whatever, but that's because it didn't fully melt. So yeah, basically now what you can do is just carve down the sides. Once you've carved down the sides, you just need to drill 4 holes. So you can either get a little screw like that and just get it for this project, or you can just get a normal wood screw like this and cut it off at about here with a hacksaw. So that's what we're going to do, since we could only find one of these guys and 4 of these. Alright, so we cut the screws, and now we're going to take a 3mm drill bit and chuck it in the drill. Okay, now we're just going to drill 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. If you have a countersink, you just hit these with the countersink bit and get those screw heads. You don't want them sticking out, you want them real in so that you can grind safely without getting hooked up on anything like your screw. So, but because I couldn't find this countersink bit, I'm just gonna have to like carve around with the knife like that until it's deep enough. So yeah. Alright, so the final step, got the screws in the in the rail and they're not sticking out yet. They're just sitting in there ready to go. Got my board. I'm just gonna stick it across here, so line it up. Alright, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, that's the rail. Let me know how yours turns out, and also I can tell you that these are slick. Like, you don't even need a wax, you just slide basically. But if you want to wax up your rail, then do. You'll slide for ages. You can do two, but for this video I only did one, just so you get an idea of how it's made. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more. It's 7:26 and I just finished editing the board rail tutorial. I'm just gonna upload this, and I'll still upload the vlog like at the end of the weekend, so there'll sort of be like a double upload, but this is just a tutorial, so it doesn't really count as a vlog. But yeah, hopefully it does well as a video, I don't know. But if you make one, please show it to me, because I'd really like to see how yours turn out. So yeah, that's all really.